The 68th session of the Montana legislature is coming to an end. In a flurry of activity today, both chambers, the House and Senate, took final action on a number of bills, but it was the Senate that grabbed headlines when it abruptly adjourned just before 3:30. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Ambarian reports on the status of the Montana House.
Well, there was a surprising turn of events here at the Montana legislature on Tuesday afternoon as the Montana Senate voted narrowly to adjourn sine die, wrapping up their work for the 68th session. Around 3:20 p.m., Senate Minority Leader Pat Flowers, a Democrat from Belgrade, made a motion to adjourn sine die. While leaders from the Republican majority contended that the motion was out of order, it was allowed to move forward, and it ended up passing 26 to 24.
And we felt at this point that there wasn't any more work that could be done that would be to the advantage of Montanans, and it was time to leave here.
Sine die is a non-debatable motion. But while the Senate is officially done, there's a lot more work still to do in the House. The House spent most of Tuesday in floor sessions debating a series of significant spending bills, but not yet coming to House Bill 2, the main budget bill. So it's not yet clear when the House might finish their work. Tuesday is day 87 of the 90-day session, the first day of the session when one chamber can adjourn sine die without asking for permission from the other chamber. That's what we saw here today. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale is spending some time in Montana this week, and that includes stops in Great Falls. He asked to come into the MTN studios for an interview, so tonight MTN's Colter Anstad talks with him about some potential big national issues.
There are no shortage of items on Congress's to-do list right now, but perhaps none bigger than dealing with the nation's debt ceiling.
The number one priority was passing the debt ceiling package last week.
Montana U.S. Congressman Matt Rosendale is referring to the bill passed in the House to raise the nation's debt ceiling so the country doesn't default on its debt, which could happen in less than a month and could create a global financial crisis.
It's my opinion that the Senate and the White House really didn't believe that we were going to be able to accomplish it. And I've been working very hard for the last 90 days to make sure that we had a concept that would responsibly fund government.
The bill now goes to the Democrat-controlled Senate, however, where it's not expected to pass. President Biden has called the meeting with some members of Congress to discuss the debt ceiling. Rosendale is also focused on immigration right now.
We're going to start discussing now the immigration policy package that we really should be releasing from the House of Representatives next week.
On Monday in Choteau, the congressman met with farmers and ranchers to talk about his grizzly bear legislation that has now passed committee.
That's to delist the Northern Continental Divide population. It's well beyond target populations.
While Rosendale may be focused on national political issues, he is not unaware of state political news, including what's happening with Montana Representative Zoe Zephyr. He says he's disappointed to see what he calls the breakdown in decorum. In Great Falls, Colter Anstad, MTN News.